Hi, it's Susan. A couple weeks ago we talked about a project, a refresh project, and we're about finished here. So let's talk about a few selections. First of all, when you're thinking about paint and paint colors, it's a good idea to bring several samples into the light of the room that you're going to use it in. This color deck is great to have inside your house or to borrow from a paint company, so you can really see how the colors look. And of course they dry a little bit different than when you first put them on the wall, so don't panic. When you're doing your walls, it's always a great idea to use a neutral color. If you get too crazy on some of the wild, trendy colors, you might find that you're having to repaint much sooner. So typically you're painting about every 5 or 6 years. Touching up at least 2 or 3 times a year. So if you get with the real trend colors, the blues, the reds, the yellows, those type colors, you're tending to have to paint every 2 years. So make sure you're thinking about that when you're doing a project. Now, having a paint deck's fun. As we painted, of course, the new color that we chose is very similar to some of the older colors that we did a couple of years ago here in our office. You're finding that the neutrals are very similar. So if you're using a neutral gray or a neutral tan, they really can be kind of a chameleon color. They'll look different in the light. When you're getting into stain's a scary thing, and it was a scary thing for us over the weekend. We used butcher block as our medium for these countertops. We thought it gave it more of a coffee type style feel, a relaxed feel within our office, but we tried a ton. I became a real Home Depot person, going in and out to look at the colors of the stains, to put them on a piece of the actual countertop so we could kind of get a little bit better feel. Now we decided to go more natural, and when we put our stain or our polyurethane or our finishing wax on top of it, it really did deepen it quite a bit, so you can kind of see how we went from natural to a darker tone. So I would always tell you, make sure you try everything. On the surface, on the extra piece of product, on the walls before you get married to it. Otherwise, you're going to find that you may have to make some changes. When we talk about picking out colors and we talk about ordering things, probably my glitch here is that I ordered a couple of stools from a big box store, and they are really, really busy and really, really running behind. All of the other things, the pieces, the accessories, I purchased at local small shops that I was able to go in, grab them, and take them along with me. So you kind of want to make sure that you're thinking while you're shopping now, 1, because of COVID, we want to make sure we're as safe as possible, but 2, to help out the local guy as much as possible with their shops, dining, all of those things. The big guys are really seeing a huge, huge traffic flow in their stores. So you may have to wait out in line to get into the stores. Help might not be as easy to get to. And timelines. We're waiting for stools that were supposed to be delivered last Friday. We're now waiting at least a week to a week and a half to 2 weeks out on getting the product in. So we've made some provisions for us to be able to have meetings and things in here. When you are doing a project, make sure you love it when you get done. If you have to quirk it a little bit, it's okay. We've done some artwork moving around, some changes to walls, to brightening up in our little kitchen, our coffee bar, with some open shelves versus some of the closed cabinetry. These are all things that really make you fall back in love with your house, or fall back in love with your office, or whatever you're trying to refresh. If you have any questions, or you're looking for current colors, trends, should I use granite? Should I use butcher block? Should I use a laminate? Those are all great questions, and sometimes it's longevity. So how long do you want that product? How long are you going to be committed to that product? And then looking at the pricing and budget. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out direct, and we'll try to help you get your house or your apartment or your condo or your office to where you feel like you fell in love with it again.